This is the United States, not the divided states.
That's right.
And in these states, all of our lives matter.
Including yours.
We are one race, and that's the human race. And the only color President Trump sees is green.
Ching-ching.
And he wants you to have some of it. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. Trump's your president. So get over it. Stop crying like a baby and a little bitch. You mad, that come off. That nigga trying to tell you that Trump's a ball. He's a baller. A shot caller. I hope he built that damn wall till he taller. Build that wall. Build it tall. Protect us all before this country falls. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. Now you can go around acting like that Trump. Take a look in the mirror. You just got stormed. So you tell your friends to draw a line in the sand to make the children scream you and him like you the man. So let me tell you something that you really need to know. A lot of your fans work for Trump, so maybe you need to go. So tell the NFL they should stand up and still a kneeling on the flag trying to pull us up. And they can take a knee and kneel during halftime, but don't do it on our watch time or our time. It's sad that you had to use racism to make a connect, but with our rhyme, we're just keeping you in check.
Ooh, y'all.
Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president.
Part 2.
Now we don't care if you black, white, or pinstripe. If you are a Republican or Democrat. If you are a liberal or conservative. If you are gay or straight. If you are an American citizen. In case you don't know. In case you forgot. In case you suffering from amnesia. Guess what? Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. So take a look around and what do you see? The same old bullshit staring back at you and me.
The Senate, the Congress, the Democrat side, some in the Republican camp, it's all the same guy.
To all the haters, the race baiters, the agitators, and the demonstrators.
Even the ones that want to leave cause they're really whack. Pack your coat, pack your hat, don't you come back.
And when the president decided to drain the swamp to benefit people even if you're in a dump.
Lower taxes, more money, jobs from overseas, immigration enforcement, no more freebies. Believe that and don't forget it.
Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president. Trump's your president. He's a baller, baby. He's your president. He's your president. And he's gonna win again. He's your president. He's your president. It's about time that you melted down snowflakes. Take a seat, listen up, sip it up with some taste. Trump's your president. He's your president. He's your president.
Because Trump is the man with the master plan, and all he wants to do is make America great again.
He's your president.
Boom, y'all. Boom. President Trump is your president. Yep. I want you to go to trumpsyourpresident.com. That's Trump's yo. Y-O. Yep. Diamond and Silk did it ghetto style. Yo. trumpsyourpresident.com. Download the song. uh, use it as a ringtone so you can get your boogie on, okay? All right, TrumpsYoPresident.com. Hey, you all, welcome to the Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live Show. I'm your host, Silk. And you are my co-host, my Diamond Dream Team. And as Diamond would always say, it takes a team to build a dream. So I want you to stop what you're doing right now. Be sure to like and share this broadcast, this podcast. Share it everywhere and let them know that Silk is on the air. All right. Tonight, you all, we're going to be talking to some pardoned J6ers. And we want to hear how their life is going after being pardoned by President Donald J. Trump. So share, because sharing is caring. Don't forget to download the Vocal app and the LindellTV app. It's two different apps and it's absolutely free. Want you to stay updated, connected, and informed, okay? Shout out to everybody on my chat lines. Yep, I see you all coming in. I got to give this person a shout out. The Liberty Lion, thank you so much for sharing on all of your platforms, and everyone else that shared the show, the stream, everywhere. Share, and share. All right. Now, let me know where you're watching the show from, y'all, right quick, okay? All right? Let me know where you're watching the show from. All right, I see North Carolina is in the house. Los Angeles is in the house. Yeah, I see the suburb of Chicago is in the house. Chicago have a suburb. Y'all, okay, all right. North Carolina is in the house. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is in the house. Who else is in the house? California, Las Vegas, Nevada, Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts. Hey, Francis, I see you in the house. Who else is in the house with me? Rockaway Beach, New York. Yes, Nacho, I see you, baby. Nanchop. Ooh, I looked at that wrong, all wrong, honey. Yes, thank you all so much for being here with Silk. You have to see what we all got to say and everything, okay? Shout out to LindellTV, RSBN, Blessed News Network, and Diamond and Silk Network for streaming the Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live Show on your platform. Don't forget that the show is sponsored by MyPillow.com and MyStore.com. You all be sure to use promo code Diamond or promo code Trump1, okay? All right, whenever you purchase something from the stores, the show is also sponsored by Patchstat.com. Patchstat.com. These are the LifeWave patches. The LifeWave patches, which is a patented technology, all right? I call it your body regenerator or your body rejuvenator, whichever one floats your boat. Give the body what it needs, and keep in mind that the patches are money back guaranteed, okay? So that's patchthat.com. The show is also sponsored by DiamondandSilkStore.com, where you can get the Diamond and Silk bobbled head memorabilia. Yeah, they're cute. Look at the bobbled head. Yeah. Get the Diamond and Silk bobbled head memorabilia for $10, okay? This is to celebrate 10-year anniversary, all right? So $10 for celebrating a 10-year anniversary. I want you to be part of history, okay? DiamondandSilkStore.com. While you are there, you'll see a button that says Dr. Artist, okay? Now listen, you can purchase whatever you want to from Dr. Artist, but this is what I want you to make sure that you get, all right? Biodefense, the foreign protein, the EDTA, all right? Get those items, you all. They are incredible. I absolutely love them. Get the empty capsules as well so that you can put the liquid inside. Of the Biodefense liquid is the one that I just can't take it just straight. Yeah. It's too potent for me, okay? All right. Also, you all, while you're there, you'll see a button that says Dr. Stella. Yeah, Dr. Stella. You all, if you are in need of ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine, go to Dr. Stella. Just click on it. Just click on the button. You'll see Dr. Stella. Click on it and get it so that you can be prepared and not scared, all right? All right, that's DiamondSilkStore.com. Special shout out to all of the contributors. If you would like to make a one-time contribution or become a monthly contributor, you can go to supportdiamondandsilk.com. And if you have any questions, comments, or concern, please send them to diamondandsilk@gmail.com. All right, you all, coming soon, you all. Pardon me, the Beverly B. Williams stories. I got a little trailer here that I want you all to see. You all sit back and look at this.
When I was 21 years old, a woman told me, you need to surrender your life to Christ because there's nothing left but death for me. We're out here raising funds for the girls, and this is just not for food and shelter, but this is also too for education, leadership.
I can give you this money, but really what matters is if these girls have Jesus in their heart. Jesus matters.
The governor of New York has announced the passage of new legislation allowing abortion up to the 9th month of pregnancy.
Let's do something about this.
You know what? Let's do something about it.
We at it again. We at it again. Let's go.
Oh, get your stuff and leave. That's what you gonna do?
Yo, these kids came out for one thing and one thing only. And that's to destroy.
Wow, Bevelyn. Your life, even up to this point, is incredible.
Mrs. Williams?
Yes?
Agent Teresa Wheeler, FBI.
The bail for both defendants is set at $30,000 each. Additionally, neither of you may leave the Southern District of Tennessee or the Southern District of New York without prior permission from this court.
What if deferred choice? And this is not about justice. This is about shutting y'all down.
They yelling at the women, calling them murderers and baby killers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite the ride.
23 people were prosecuted.
Trial date is set for February 12th. I'll see you then, back in my court.
All right, you all, in theaters August the 15th. This movie is I know it's going to be blessed. I know it's going to bless you, okay? Pardon me, the Bevelyn B. Williams story is a faith-based, non-woke, feel-good, inspirational movie. It's based on a true story of Miss Bevelyn B. Williams herself, you all. Keep in mind that Bevelyn is the one that was sentenced to 41 months in prison, separated from her child, her only daughter, under the Biden regime, okay? All right? And President Trump pardoned her. He pardoned the pro-lifers, okay? She's the one that stood there at the abortion clinics, and she was the voice for the voiceless. Huh? Yes. She wanted those babies to live, while them Democrats wanted those babies to be killed. I'm just being real with y'all, okay? And they basically persecuted her, all right? So there's a movie that's been done about her life, how she's became a pro-lifer, and you all, it's an incredible movie. This is not a documentary. This is an actual movie without all of that woke stuff in it, okay? So if you are a pro-lifer, if you are a Christian, if you are someone that wants to see something with your family, guess what? This is the movie that you can go and see, and you can have fun doing so, okay? So go to pardonmethemovie.com, pardonmethemovie.com to see the trailers and different things. And hey, August the 15th is coming very, very fast. So go ahead and get your coins together. All right. Pardonmethemovie.com. All right, you all, let's go ahead and get this party started. Yes. Joining me now is pardoned J6ers that was pardoned by President Donald J. Trump. Please welcome to the show, Miss Tony Shoop. Tony. How you pronounce your last name?
It's pronounced Shoop, and I hate to burst your bubble. I'm not a J6er, but I have a heart for those who are.
Okay, well, who are you? Because they got you added to the show for the J6 show. Who are you and what you doing here, baby? Talk to me.
First of all, I just have to tell you that you're adorable, and I need to spend more time. I never saw the intro to your show. I thought that was hilarious. I'm backstage hoping that I'm not on TV laughing, but I have a nonprofit election integrity organization in Pennsylvania. We're a watchdog election integrity group that exposed the fraud from the 2020 election. We're called Audit the Vote PA. And so I do that. And I also work for a company out of Texas called Patriot Academy. And I go by from mom to Patriot on Substack. So very much in the fight with all of you, just not a J6er. Not sure how we got on that list.
Okay, well, let me say this right here. If this is about election integrity, I'm pretty sure you started this around 2020, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you started it because, and I'm going to say it, I feel I know the election was stolen. All right. And so with the election being basically, don't look at me like that, Tony. I have to tell the truth over here. We on LindellTV. I don't sugarcoat it for nobody because too much sugar can make you sick. Now I may add a little salt to it. I may add a little salt to it, okay? Every now and again, all right? But the election was actually basically stolen. Everything is coming out anyway. It's coming down the pipeline. It's coming out anyway. But with you, as you said, auditthevotepa.com
Yes, ma'am.
is where people can go, and you deal with election integrity. So are you traveling across the country? What is it that you're doing to make sure that our elections have some type of integrity? Are you getting rid of all of these different tactics that they got in place? What is it that you are actually doing?
That was a very good question. So I can't take full credit for this. When I started this movement, I had two other ladies with me, and we got 120,000 signatures on our petition for a full forensic audit of the 2020 November 3rd election, which, yes, my dear, it was stolen. I'm so glad I'm not the only crazy one who can say that on here. But within the first 4 months of the movement, those signatures led us to eventually having dinner with Donald Trump in August of 2021. And that's why I'm on the map and somehow found your show, which I'm very thankful to be able to be on. What we're doing right now, we found our footing as an election integrity watchdog organization. When we started out, we truly thought that if we just brought enough issues to our elected officials, that they would fix it. So we canvassed in 12 different counties. We found anomalies that are all over the map. 2020 was without a doubt a completely botched election. The problem now, though, is there's no transparency in the vote counting and reporting process. So we have every right to question every result, no matter who it's for. And our organization does data analysis. We train poll watchers. We look for people to work in the polls on election day. And we are just exposing on the ground everything that they're doing, because we have found that the fix to this mess is going to have to take place at the local level. President Trump can't do it by himself all the way at the top. So it's going to take each and every one of us digging in our backyard and getting busy at the local level. So that's what we do.
What are some of the anomalies that you found whenever y'all was out canvassing and everything? Just to name a few.
Oh my gosh, I could talk for days. First of all, go to our website, auditthevotepa.com/canvassing-results, or you can look for it on there and you can see the 12 counties and the results that we got. I personally canvassed in 5 of the 12 counties. The most upsetting anomaly was when we would knock on a door and we stuck to 3 basic questions. The person at the door, we would say, did you vote in the 2020 election? How many people are registered to vote at this address that you're aware of? And how many of those registered voted in the 2020 election that you're aware of? And the most disturbing piece was having that person say, no, so-and-so doesn't live here. We would actually show them towards the end of the result. We were able to get the data to a point where we had the sheet. We could show them all the registered voters in their home and who actually voted, whether it was by mail or at the polls. Most of the time when it was by mail is when they would say, that person doesn't live here, they were the previous owner, or that's my daughter that's at college and she did not vote that way. Or it was disturbing to have them see through their own eyes, oh my gosh, how botched this was. In a lot of cases, we woke some, even Democrats up that were not on board with it. But when we showed them what was going on from the county standpoint in their household, they were blown away. So it was incredibly disturbing.
Incredible. I mean, that just sounds disturbing to me. And the sad thing is that all you can do is talk about it. What are they going to do about it? That's what I'm saying. Like, how are we going to really truly fix this? Did you come across where any illegal aliens possibly voted in 2020? Do you know?
We heard stories on everything anecdotal. We heard stories on the ground of folks talking. Actually, one lady we have early voting. Well, not really. Pennsylvania, that's a whole separate issue. We have 50 days where you can go to your election office and cast a ballot before election day. And in the 2020 election, people were doing such things at the county courthouse, and a couple people hanging around and could tell that people couldn't speak English. And so they interviewed the folks after they left the courthouse and found out they really weren't from Pennsylvania. They were from a different state. A lot of anecdotal stuff like that, but proving that there's illegals that are casting ballots is very difficult to do, and something that we really need President Trump's help on. All we have to do is get somebody in a government position that can get access to the records where we could get social security numbers. And that's something in Pennsylvania we pushed very hard for. And our current governor, Josh Shapiro, stiff-armed the Pennsylvania Senate when they sent subpoenas for such records, saying that that was a violation of privacy, even though it was the Pennsylvania Senate that was asking for it. And so unfortunately, we never got answers to those questions, but I have my own opinions based on everything I've seen.
Yeah. What about dead people? Did you find out if anybody rose from the dead and found their way to the voter booth and voted?
We had a lot of those. Our graveyards are very popular.
Wow. That's just like, whoa. In Pennsylvania, do you all have the machines there as well?
We
Voting
do.
machines?
We do. We
Wow.
have 4 different vendors in Pennsylvania, all equally untransparent.
So y'all wasn't able to look into the machines or anything like that, or actually Go ahead.
There was an effort in one of our small counties, Fulton County, Pennsylvania, way back when in 2021, where Senator Doug Mastriano at the time was leading the charge on election integrity. And he was able to get a company called Wake TSI to go into this small county because we had friendly county commissioners there, and they did an assessment of the machines, and they found SQL software on the inside of the machines. They did find shenanigans, but Dominion, it was Dominion machines, and they, of course, then came in and intimidated everybody and threatened lawsuits, and nothing as of yet has really come of that. But we don't win the election integrity argument with things that we can't necessarily prove. So I encourage people on the ground, here's where we win the argument. We win the argument by hounding transparency. There is no transparency with any black box voting machine where you can't see how the paper ballot that is being scanned into the tabulator is being recorded on the back end. There's no way for me to know that my bubble that I filled in for President Trump actually got credited to him, because you can't see how it's being counted. That's where we win the argument to get rid of these machines, and that's something we're Audit the Vote is focused a lot on.
So here's my deal. As a tax-paying citizen, and as taxpayers there in Pennsylvania, your tax dollars is paying for these machines. Okay, so you're not going to take and use your hard-earned money to purchase a car, but you can't get in it, or you can't see underneath the hood. And so the citizens, if your tax dollars is paying for these machines, the citizens should be able to see what the hell they paying for. We should be able to see inside of the machines, the behind of the machines. It shouldn't be no type of legislation or rules or anything passed, or somebody standing there to strong arm everybody and say, oh no, you can't look at that. If you can see our dollar, and our dollar is paying for this bull crap, then the people should be able to see what the hell's going on. What say you, Tony?
Amen, girl. Amen. And that's exactly how we wake the public up. And in my opinion, that's how we fix this, because we have to get involved at the county commissioner level where these machine contracts are purchased. A lot of the people at the counties are good people, and they're getting sold a bill of goods by the sales reps from the machine companies, and they don't know any better. But we have to get on the ground and educate them and get involved in that process. We're trying to stop electronic poll books from coming into counties where they're not already there, because why would you want to shroud more in mystery and add more electronic? Sure, it sounds convenient, but if you can't see what's going on, there's no transparency, and therefore should be no trust in the outcome. We have an uphill battle ahead of us, but we have faith. I'm so glad to hear that you guys are Christians as well. So we have faith that Jesus has given us a reprieve with President Trump in the office for the next 3.5, I guess a little less than 3.5 years, and we've got to get to work on the ground to back it up.
How many people, if you don't mind me asking, is on your team that's out there doing that? The canvassing, that's on your team part of this.
In Pennsylvania, when we started the effort, we were able to get a list of up to 3,000 volunteers across all 67 counties. Of course, anyone that's in grassroots know that ebbs and flows, and volunteers sometimes have a tendency to get burned out or just decide to do something else. And so that's kind of constantly changing. But we have built good relationships and have contacts in all 67 of Pennsylvania's counties.
Okay, so you're just in Pennsylvania County. This here have not spread it or transpired to another state, and for another group of individuals to do the same thing that you all are doing in your state?
We have not, but we are connected with Cause of America. I'm sure you know, we're connected with, they're probably the largest grassroots nationwide that has connections to election integrity groups. And so we just encourage everybody from other states, if there's someone that they can work with in their own state. Honestly, I did not set out for this to be a career path. I never thought 5 years later I would be here. I was a political rookie in 2020. COVID has completely woke me up. I loved hearing your intro video talk about Dr. Stella. She's one of the first things I remember, watching that viral video that got 17 million views in 24 hours, where she was trying to tell people there was treatment for COVID. I will never forget that. I did not think that I would be here forging ahead with a career in any type of political arena whatsoever. But nevertheless, here we are. And so I'm not going state to state necessarily trying to start other chapters of Audit the Vote. I'm just encouraging people to get involved locally, because there are people in every state that are working on these very similar efforts.
Have you had the opportunity to meet Mr. Mike Lindell?
Multiple times, yes. He's amazing.
Wonderful. I call him the Santa Claus of it all. He fly around from town to town, from state to state, to save our elections, just like Santa Claus is going from town to town. And the sad thing is that people don't understand what goes in behind canvassing, going from place to place, and then having the doors shut in your face. And the individual you think should be in your corner is sitting back, either laughing or trying to restrict you from going a step further. It's really, really, really sad. And I'm like, this is really, truly America. How is this America? And you got these different gateway for these individuals to come in and infiltrate our system. It's really, really, truly ridiculous. Do you have any last words that you would like to say?
We're equally thankful for Mr. Lindell. If it wasn't for him being willing to put his life, fortune, and sacred honor on the line in 2021 and scream from the rooftops that something went wrong, people like me would not have gotten any traction or have any voice. So we're forever thankful for him for that. Wish him all the best. Sending people to My Pillow. I think your promo code was Diamond or Trump won.
Diamond. Is that right? Or Trump won, huh? Because Trump did win.
Yes, he did. It's a miracle. We have one too. If you want to support election integrity in Pennsylvania, you can go to My Pillow and put in ATVPA. I don't care what promo code you use, just support the man, for heaven's sakes. He's America's heartbeat. So
yes, I'm telling you, honey. I am telling you. Well, Tony, it was a pleasure speaking with you about the election integrity and that's Audit the Vote Pennsylvania. What was the other website that you wanted people to go to?
auditthevotepA.com. The other one is an education company that I work for called patriotacademy.com. They're affiliated with David Burton and Wall Builders. Have you ever heard of like the Founders Bible, Silk, or anything like that, or David Burton? Yeah.
I believe I have. Yeah.
That is those guys, and I work closely alongside them, and we are educating a generation and raising up a remnant so that we can pass the torch of freedom to the next generation.
That's incredible, incredible. Well, Tony, thank you so much for all that you do. God bless you, and you have a great one, dear. All right, you all. So that was Tony Shoup. All right, talking about the election integrity. Some more stuff got to be talked about when it comes down to this election integrity, because I'm telling you all, they're going to do everything they can in this upcoming election midterms to cheat. They're straight up. Because they know what they're doing. They know how to do it. And the sad thing is that we thinking it's just Democrats. No. It's Republicans too. Yeah. They 130 bird with two corrupt wings. Both of them are corrupt, one and the same. We got one that watches the one back and one that watches the other back. And they do selections, not elections. They've been doing it for a very, very long time. That's how Jim Crow Joe Biden could sit his old decrepit looking behind in the basement somewhere. And they keep coming out victorious, and the bastard can't half walk. It's ridiculous, y'all. It is truly, truly, truly ridiculous. I hope President Trump can continue to call all of these people right on out. Let the whole be very transparent. Let the whole entire world see how these people have been cheating in our election. We woke up in 2020, okay? But now the whole world can get to see what these people have been doing for decades upon decades. And from my understanding, the Democrat Party have basically ruled the majority of the time. That's why our country looked like a S-hole country. Yeah, full of it. Okay, all right. Now listen, when we come back, we're going to have Joylyn. I believe, honey, y'all know how I am with all of these doggone names. I'm going to call her Lynn. Okay, she can tell me how to pronounce her name when she come on, but we're gonna do it after these messages. Okay, so we'll be right back with more Diamond and Silk Chit Chat.
Whether it's being a weekend warrior or spending time with your family, feeling your best is the key to doing the things you love. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Nirvanta. It's a natural solution designed to help you stay active and live well naturally. Nirvanta is a topical blend of all natural essential oils like frankincense, myrrh, and a proprietary gold standard plant stock extract. It's perfect for your hands, feet, knees, back, or anywhere else that needs a little extra care. Use Nirvanta proactively as part of your daily maintenance routine, and you're guaranteed you're going to feel the difference. Simply massage Nirvanta in for at least 60 seconds, 2 to 3 times a day to get the best results. And if you're not completely satisfied, you get your money back. No questions asked. There's simply no risk and no reason not to try Nirvanta today. Right now, you get 15% off with code Lindell exclusively at nirvantahealth.com. So stop reaching out for that medicine cabinet. Get Nirvanta instead and experience the difference. Go to nirvantahealth.com. Use code Lindell to get 15% off today. Nirvanta Health. Live well naturally. With everybody talking about making America healthy again, I thought today'd be a great day to talk to all my fellow patriots about the importance of making your homes healthy again. Well, we have proudly partnered with airwaterhealing.com and their revolutionary whole home air purification system. The V3 from Air Water Healing does 3,000 square feet of purification. It eliminates dust, mold, viruses, and odors. But here's the part I love. They require no filters to ever be changed and virtually no maintenance. Whether you suffer from asthma, allergies, seasonal bronchitis, or just want to protect your family from the flu or even greater threats, don't wait to get your V3 from airwaterhealing.com today. Use code Lindell for 20% off in savings and free shipping. That's promo code Lindell at airwaterhealing.com.
Friends, we all know the truth. Big Pharma and the federal bureaucracy have made a mess of healthcare in this country, and boy, that's an understatement. President Trump signed an executive order to bring prices down, and that's a great step. But we know that real change takes time. There's one pharmacy that is already stepping up. I want to tell you about All Family Pharmacy. They're not waiting. They're taking action now with a summer sale that gives you the power to take control of your health. Right now, through the end of June, you get 20% off site-wide, no insurance required. Did you hear that? 20% off, site-wide, no insurance required. They work with licensed doctors in all 50 states, and they ship fast, straight to your door. Whether it's ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, methylene blue, antibiotics, emergency kits, or your daily prescriptions, this is a time to stock up. If you believe in medical freedom, if you're tired of waiting for someone else to fix things, do what I do. Take action. Go to allfamilypharmacy.com/Lindell and use promo code Lindell20, Lindell 20 for 20% off your entire order. That's allfamilypharmacy.com Lindell. Promo code Lindell20. Let's protect our families, defend our freedom, and make America healthy again together.
All right, y'all, we're back with more Diamond and Silk Chit Chat, you all. Listen now, coming on next up is Joey Lynn. I figured that name out, y'all. I had to do some hooked on finest. Joey Lynn. Because the first thing I saw was the J, and then I saw Lynn. I'm like, honey, how do you pronounce your last name, dear?
Massaros.
Massaro. Okay, I don't like messing it up. I'll be trying to do my best. I told him I'm from the sticks of the country and different things, and I'll be trying to pronounce these names. But Joey Lynn, now, you were pardoned by President Trump?
No, ma'am.
What in the hell? Okay, I'm gonna have to get some of these people on my team. I'm gonna have to call them right on out because this is supposed to be about a J6 card. That's what we promote. Okay, now who are you and what you here to talk about, baby?
Okay, so I actually have been called the precursor to January 6th because in 2020, my husband and I, along with several other Texans, flew Trump flags next to the Biden bus, and it made viral news. We were actually on your show about 3 years ago talking about this because we got sued under the Ku Klux Klan law for it.
The KKK law. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember.
Yes. So we suffered under lawfare persecution for 4 years. Silk, we fought and refused to quit. They tried to force us to settle by filing motions with the Obama appointed judge. They had gag orders on us. They nearly bankrupted us. By God's grace, we were able to fundraise dollar by dollar every day that we needed it. The Lord provided it. Nearly $500,000 in legal fees to be able to get to the trial. And we won. But what I would love to, we won on September 23rd of 2024, and we drove next to that bus on October 30th of 2020. And the abuse that we endured for exercising free speech in support of President Trump was the most un-American thing I still can't even comprehend that it was allowed to go on for as long as it did. And if we did not have the grace of God with us, it would have killed us.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the bus. What was up with the bus? I mean, it's not, were you all taunting the bus? Did you throw rocks at the bus? Were you just riding in your vehicle and happened to have a flag and there was the bus? I mean, what happened?
Yes. So we were very peacefully exercising our right to free speech on a public highway in the exact same space as this campaign bus. And they claimed that we gave them emotional damage. So we broke no laws. We committed no crimes. There were not even traffic violations. They just had emotional damage that we drove next to them. And they carried this narrative through the mainstream media with the Ku Klux Klan law and said we tried to run the bus off the road, which was proven in court to have never happened. Yet after that kind of mainstream media blow up, there was no way for us to recover our character after that. We lost friends and family that you would think would believe us, and they believed the mainstream media. And so in the trial, our jury, nearly 3 weeks before a jury trial, the jury was able to see the lies and fabrication in the story and to find us not liable, which is the civil version of not guilty. And we were able to win that day, a landmark win for free speech rights and uphold the Constitution. But again, Silk, it was by God's grace because there was literally a motion in limine, which Crash Course Lawfare 101 I had to learn meant I'm limited. I cannot talk about it. A motion in limine means you're gagged. Sorry, tough luck, can't bring it up in court. We could not reference the First Amendment or the Constitution in this federal trial. The verbiage said that we would not be able to argue to the jury that we had a right to free speech to do this because it could persuade the jury into finding us not guilty. That's insanity. The judge redefined the First Amendment when he gave the jury the instructions, and it is a ever-loving miracle that they were able to look through all the bogus lies, the ridiculous expert witnesses that portrayed us as white supremacists and threats to democracy, and precursors to January 6th, and domestic terrorists, and the worst of society, that they were able to see through those lies and millions of dollars spent persecuting us to try to rob other Americans of their right to free speech if it simply offended somebody. But the jury upheld the First Amendment even without all the tools to do it. It was incredible.
Well, don't be upset. They call me a white supremacist too, and I'm a black woman. Okay. On this campaign bus, was black folks on the bus?
So we had, the bus driver was black, Silk, but it was Wendy Davis, who was she's nicknamed Abortion Barbie in her circles. She has filibustered pro-life laws or bills to be able to, allow women to have more abortions in Texas. She works in a C-level. Yeah, and so she was the politician on the bus, and then there was a Biden Harris campaign staffer who later went on to work in the White House after Biden took over the White House. So we had a White House official, a Democrat politician, the bus driver, who video footage from inside the bus later revealed was threatening to run us off the highway with his bus, cursing us. They were laughing at us. They were making a mockery of us. So everything they claimed as far as being scared was completely debunked in these videos, proving they were creating a story, laughing and threatening to use their massive vehicle to run us off the highway, breaking traffic laws, straddling the lanes, speeding up, slowing down. And then the last person, who is listed as the primary person, the plaintiff on the case, wasn't even there. He was supposed to be there, but missed the departure of the bus and heard about it later. And he and his husband, who's a drag queen, are business partners with RuPaul, and they drive a bus across the United States full of sexually explicit books that decent parents are trying to protect their children from, and hand them out for free in underprivileged neighborhoods with drag shows. These are the people that are claiming we gave them emotional damage. No, we did not. You do not want Americans to speak. You want to squash them and silence them in fear. That's what you want.
That's exactly. You're absolutely right. So it was only one person that was black on the bus.
Yes, ma'am.
Out of all these people, one person that was black on the bus, and I guess because are you white? Do you consider yourself white or tan?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, I'm fair complected. My father is Hispanic. My mother's Italian. So my husband's Hispanic. I don't really know where you draw the line, right?
Yeah, the reason why I ask that is because the Democrats, they love to depict black and white against each other. And you got one black person on the bus, but they want to take and now bring up the KKK law. One thing I've learned is that the Democrats, they love to say that Republicans is the KKK. They hate to tell their own history as to where the KKK really came from, which was the Democrat Party. Okay, they hate to say it. They hate for a person like me to tell the truth about it. Okay, the Democrat Party is the party of slavery, the party of racism, the party of white supremacists, the party of KKK, the party of Jim Crow. All right, that's what the Democrat Party. They are the ones that fought to keep black people in slavery. All right, it was the Republican Party who fought to free the slaves. I got to always go down there to tell that side of the story, because for so long, Joy Lynn, we was taught that no, the Democrat Party love you. It was the Republicans that wanted to enslave you. No, it was the Democrat Party, you all. Y'all need to learn your history. And see, that's the reason why Democrats, they want to remove history. They want to remove the pictures and to change the name, because they want to remove their nasty past. I was sitting there looking at something, and I saw that old Tyler Perry, and he said something about, I guess, with President Trump changing the name back to Fort Bragg versus from Fort Liberty and different things. But Tyler Perry made it look like that what President Trump was doing, or what the administration is doing, like it was something wrong with it, like we are the ones that's changing history. And I'm like, no, fool, what has happened is the people that you support is the one that done changed up stuff to take and hide their nasty past and you know what I'm saying? But he didn't tell his audience that they are the ones that first changed this to all this bullcrap. And President Trump was changing everything back to normal.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, that's what they felt.
Well, and they're counting on people not to know their history. They're absolutely counting on people to be stupid, not to know their history. And you know what? I was one of those people, Silk. When we got sued, I did not even know I had a First Amendment right to free speech. I did not know that there were 5 guaranteed freedoms under the First Amendment. Not only free speech, but the right to freely and peaceably assemble, which we were doing, the right to support the candidate of your choice. I'm over here learning everything in reverse because I was uneducated. And it again is by God's grace that he gave us a spirit to fight, because we knew that what they were doing was wrong and it would impact our child and every other American. And we were willing to put everything we owned on the line to stand for what we believed was right because we knew we didn't do anything wrong. And through that process, it was an incredible opportunity of learning what our basic rights were, developing a passion and a freedom to teach those to other people. And while we were understanding the injustices that were happening to us, finding a peace and a gratitude with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that we have an opportunity to stand for something worthy, that we have an opportunity to make a mark on history, that He would give us a strength not to quit, even though every single day we struggled to get out of bed. We didn't know where the money was going to come from. We were getting death threats. We were overwhelmed. We were terrified. We were being beaten into the ground, slandered on the media, losing friends and family. But when we saw, and I'm not kidding, the same groups that sued us under the Ku Klux Klan law sued Brandon Stratka and Roger Stone and Rudy Giuliani. They're the ones that bankrupted Rudy Giuliani, and it was under the Ku Klux Klan law. They sued Donald Trump under the Ku Klux Klan law for January 6th and said that he gave Capitol Police emotional damage. They started suing door knockers in Colorado for campaigning for a Republican candidate, saying that when they knocked on the door to ask people if they were going to vote, it was giving them emotional damage. They were trying to use this as a blueprint to roll out across the United States to see how far they could get and how they could use it to silence Americans. And so I thank the Lord and our Savior Jesus Christ that we saw a victory in that courtroom at the federal level, because that means we got to set the precedent and we move forward. But I will say that even though we won, they are still making us pay. We are still $66,000 in debt. It has nearly been a year since the jury found us not guilty or not liable, and the Obama appointed judge still has not given his final judgment and ruled to close the case. So we cannot launch our counter lawsuit to hold them accountable until he does that. We are still tied up in court paying legal fees to float this thing that should be over.
Oh my God, that's terrible. That is horrific. I hope that you are able to turn around and sue somebody for your lawyer fees.
So we are trying. We want it so badly. We promised our donors would say, this is the last $20 I have. I'm a elderly senior citizen woman and I'm on a fixed income, but I believe in free speech and I want it for my grandkids, but I want you to fight and I want you to go after them if you win. And we promised our donors that we would, and we mean it. And our attorney is currently working, he's accumulating a tab, but in good faith that we'll be able to pay it. So right now he's working for free, right? Because we're trying to gather everything we need to go on the offense and hold them accountable. They cannot walk away without paying a price for destroying the lives of Americans and infringing on our constitutional rights. Otherwise, they'll continue to do it. And who is next? So we have to fight, but we can't launch that lawsuit till this judge rules in his final judgment on our case. We just this last week filed a motion compelling him to rule and to close it. We have to start these next steps. It cannot continue to be held up in court any longer.
Before this case, do you know how many other individuals were sued under the KKK law?
Yes, ma'am. So Doug Mackey, he's the individual that was criminally charged with the Ku Klux Klan law for the Hillary Clinton meme. And he posted it in 2016 and he was facing jail time over that meme, right? That was brought against him civilly. And then I believe under President Trump's first presidency.
Hillary Clinton sued him, right?
I believe it was, I thought it was, who brought that case against him? Was it the DOJ?
Okay. It was something dealing with something he did with Hillary Clinton information on it or something.
Yes,
right?
It was. He posted a meme that was like text to vote for Hillary. It was a joke. And they charged him under the Ku Klux Klan law and said he was intimidating voters and confusing voters. And he faced prison time for it. But under President Trump's first administration, there was an individual that worked for President Trump on one of his cabinets that the Democrats sued under this law. And that's the first time I can find it being used since the 1800s.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, when you talk about setting precedent, the Democrats was actually setting a whole lot of precedent. Under Jim Crow, Joe Biden, they set a whole lot of different precedents, doing a lot of different things by breaking our laws, by subverting the law, by adding to the law, subtracting from the law, and trying to pinpoint different things on people and calling it the law. Okay, they take
Yes.
the narrative, they get with they little gangsters, they media gangsters get together,
Yes.
and they perpetuate this lie out there to the audience.
Yep.
And it's hard for you to really get back what you once had before all of this
Yep.
here. They take and character assassinate you, is what they
Yes.
do. That's what they've been doing for a
Yes.
very long time. And you know, my sister often sings the song, Satan, we're going to tear your kingdom down. And a lot of their kingdoms are coming right on down, baby. It's
Yes.
coming
Yes.
right on down. I'm glad that you're on the other side of it, because I remember when you came on before, I could not
Yes.
believe it. I just could not believe it. Now, so do you have a Give, Send, Go where people can go and support you for these lawyer
Yes.
fees?
Yes, we need help so badly. We want to finish this fight. We want to finish the verdict that the jury gave us. We want to make everybody proud that believed in our fight enough to give to us to be able to make it to the trial. We didn't quit when they tried to force us to settle. We brought the truth. We defended free speech, but now we want to go on the offense. And so if people will please help us finish this fight, they can do that at freespeechdefender.com. We link our Give, Send, Go right there on the Give tab. We tell the entire story. We post our legal updates. We've got interviews, like people can go watch the first interview that I had with you and Diamond on our page there. They can see what our family's doing and other things that we're doing now, like hosting youth conferences to teach 9th through 12th graders their constitutional rights and how to live out your biblical values and culture and not to be run over by the woke agenda. We have a way people can contact us. Everything anybody needs to follow our story and support us is at freespeechdefender.com. But I cannot urge you enough that if you could please give what this is worth to you, that if it were you that this happened to, because it could have been, not you, Silk, but the listeners, right? This could have been anybody. We represent the average American.
Yeah.
I'm a homeschool mother. My husband is a plumber. We had to cash out our 401k to start this fight, and we could not have survived it without the American people believing in us. And we just need them to continue to believe with us to the finish line for a complete and total victory for the kingdom of heaven and the people in America.
You know, Joy Lynn, it could have happened to me. It could have happened to my sister and I, because we was at the eclipse up there on January the 6th. And I just had to use the bathroom. We had to get on back here, you know, North Carolina. We had to get out of DC. It was just a lot of corruption going on. But anywho, it could have been us, okay? Because we was actually technically scheduled to speak at the Capitol. They had to speak in things. And I didn't want to go. Right? I did not want to go. After, some things went down. I don't have time to talk about it right now. Some things went down that upset at Diamond and Silk. And after that was over, they wanted to just move us to another place. And we told them, hell no. And I told my sister, no, let's get ready to go. And I had to use the bathroom real bad. So security, instead of stopping me off anywhere, they made sure that, come on, sis, let's get here back to your hotel room. When we got to that hotel room, I said, sis, I'm ready to go. She said, well, let's eat something first, before we go. But the kitchen didn't open till after 5. I said, hallelujah, we'll get something on the way. This is before all of that stuff even broke out. But they tried to put our name in the middle of it, as if we was in the middle of it. I said, I wish a mofo would come this way. They better come correct or they're going to step away nasty. I sure did. But didn't know, they didn't come, but it could have been us, because they were trying to tear down any influencers like Brandon Straka. He didn't even go in the Capitol. I think it was just on the steps. And bam,
exactly.
And what happened to him. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
So,
and the same law. Yeah.
Yes, I want
ma'am.
to say thank you so much, darling, for coming on the show. Turned out to be a great conversation anyway. And it still surrounds January the 6th. Okay. All right. But thank you so much. And, I hope to have you back on after this over so you can tell the goodness, all right, of everything that you went through, how you got here, and how in the end you won, God won, and you prevailed. Okay. God bless you, darling.
Yes. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for giving us a voice.
God bless your heart. Thank you so much. All right, you all. Listen, don't forget, every day at 11:21 Eastern Standard Time, we start what we're doing and we pray. I pray for you. You pray for me. We pray for each other. Pray for President Donald J. Trump, his family, his protection. Pray for our country, you all, and pray for God to heal the land So, in the meantime and in between time, I look forward to seeing you next time right here on Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live. Bye-bye.